Advertising. What is advertising? The definition of the word advertisement is taken from the Latin advert, which means to turn. Advertising calls for the attention of the audience. The objective of advertising is to influence audience, to buy something and to think sound of something. Successful advertising is based on some easy strategic formulae. Advertising is the name given to the process of commercial promotion of goods and services in order to increase its sales. It can be done by means of a number of medium like television, newspapers, wall paintings, billboards, magazines, internet, by word of mouth, and in many other ways. Advertising informs the buyers about the availability of a certain product or service in the market and encourages them to buy it. Objectives of advertising. The primary motive of advertising is to notify. Promoting sales is the most important motive of a large enterprise. It adopts various methods to attract consumers to buy more products manufactured by it. The main objectives of advertising are increasing the usage of a certain product and hence acquiring more orders, creating new customers, and increasing brand recognition. To obtain feedback from customers regarding a certain product, to indicate introduction of new products or replacement of old ones. In present times, when the competition is very tough, with various brands struggling to capture the attention of consumers, advertising serves to create or generate a demand for the product. It aims at creating a market for. Advantages of advertising. Advertising has a number of uses. Apart from promoting commercial goods, advertising can also be used to educate and motivate the public about non-commercial issues such as AIDS, deforestation, family planning, etc. It is a powerful media which is capable of reaching out to the large masses. Nowadays, we find many ads on the internet also. These ads, in most cases, have been successful in connecting the user with the information he or she may require. To prevent complete commercialization of electronic media, some countries have made it mandatory for broadcasters to air some advertisements related to consumer interest. These public advertisements educate people of that country on a number of social and moral issues. Advantages to consumers. The advertisement informs the consumers about qualities and prices of goods, and this makes purchasing easy for the consumers. As the prices are already advertised, the consumers cannot be overcharged. By regular advertisement, the manufacturer can sell the goods directly to the consumer without depending on middlemen. This eliminates the middleman's charges and profit. It means higher profit to the manufacturer and lower prices to the consumers. It helps in improvement of the quality of the goods. The consumers are attracted by the quality of the products that are advertised. If the consumers are convinced that the quality is same that is advertised, they continue buying. It helps the consumers to save time, as the consumer has already been informed about the features of the product. He or she is not required to spend much time in observing the products. It raises the living standard of consumers. Advantages to society. Advertisement increases employment opportunities in the society, and indirectly, it provides employment to many artists, writers, and experts. It has educative value. It educates the public regarding the uses and benefits of different products. It also helps the press. Every newspaper or journal carries a large number of advertisements. Without advertising, it would not have been possible for the press to sell the papers and journals at a price at which they are sold today. It develops healthy competition, and healthy growth of business takes place. Benefits to manufacturers. Advertising helps the manufacturers in creating demand for the products and thus increasing their sales. Effective advertising keeps steady demand for products round the year. The seasonal fluctuations are greatly cleared out by good advertisement. It stimulates demands for products. The manufacturers keep smaller inventories due to rapid turnover. The retailers benefit from advertising as the consumers get better information about the quality of the products. The increased demand for goods from the retailers enlarges the sales of the products. Advertising increases sales and thereby facilitates mass production. The cost per unit of production is therefore reduced. The consumers are better informed of the goods available in the market through advertising. The task of the salesman thus becomes easier in canvassing for the product. Advertising thus supplements salesmanship and helps in promoting the sale of the product. Advertising directly encourages innovation and technological advancements. The improvement and development of new products leads to higher sales and an increase in profits of the manufacturer. Disadvantages of advertising. Some people are very keen on exposing the negative side of advertising. The impact that advertisements cause depends on the state of mind of an individual and his past experiences. For instance, young kids will be easily attracted by false claims made in advertisements. People are also arguing about the increase in consumption of substances like alcohol and cigarettes after viewing the ads. Excessive advertising has become a nuisance in most cities of the world. Manufacturers easily make false claims about many products and influence the minds of the people. To confront this problem, companies are being asked to withdraw any false and negative claims made in their ads and also being made to pay a fine for the false claims. Advertising in India. Advertising can easily handle all your advertising needs. Whether you need to design an ad for your business, place a matrimonial advertisement, publish an advertisement in newspaper for job recruitment, create a catalog to showcase your products, or make a flyer to announce a special event, whatever marketing service you require, advertising companies will provide you with exceptional customer service. Advertising, direct marketing, and trade promotion. English language advertising in India is among the most creative in the world. TV advertising, especially in the Hindi language, has made major headway in the past 10 years, especially with the advent of satellite TV. Hindi TV channels such as Zee and Sony have fashioned themselves on lines of Western channels, and most advertising on such channels is glitzy, smart, and tailored for the middle classes. Such channels have forced the state-owned channel, Doordarshan, to add spice to their programs, which earlier were quite drab. The importance of the Hindi-speaking market, which is also fluent in English, is borne out from the fact that Star TV, once an all-English channel, is now rich in Hindi programs. Even the British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC, is reportedly toying with the idea of airing Hindi programs. Major international advertising firms have chosen local Indian partners for their work in this market. Mumbai remains the center of the advertising business in India. India has a diverse and growing number of daily newspapers. Since 1991, the increase of business and financial news reports in English language and vernacular dailies has paralleled the economic reform program and the movements of the stock markets. Most leading publications have their circulation audited by the Audit Bureau of Circulation, which has an India-dedicated office in Mumbai. Leading business newspapers include Business Standard and Economic Times. Magazines include India Today, Business India, Business Today, and Business World. In addition to advertising, other kinds of trade promotion activities are also well developed in India. A number of exhibitions are held all over India, the most prominent ones at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. Conferences and seminars are also widespread. Direct marketing. The mail service in India is slow, though generally reliable. Telephone service, which was poor, has been rapidly improving, while private courier services are growing strongly, and the telecommunications sector is opening up for a range of modern services. Until goods can be ordered conveniently and delivered with certainty, direct marketing will be limited to door-to-door sales. An inefficient state-owned banking system also prevents prompt transfers of funds from consumers to retailers. Credit card companies are increasingly targeting India's many million cardholders through directly mailed offers of goods and services. Today, the most successful direct salespeople in India are the millions of door-to-door sales representatives who visit neighborhoods and villages across India. From ice cream vendors to carpet sellers, India's residential neighborhoods are frequently visited by merchants offering a variety of products. Modes of advertising. Advertising is the backbone of business these days. Different advertising modes and techniques are being used to advertise business. The commonly used advertising modes are print media, advertising in newspapers, putting up billboards, banners and posters are print media advertisements. Huge billboards can be seen on top of the buildings these days. People also put up banners in the streets and roads. Posters are also seen on the walls. Electronic media. Advertisements on television and internet are advertising through electronic media. We can see many advertisements on the television daily. There is no program which is not sponsored by advertisers. Even the news is sponsored these days. These commercials are usually from 20 seconds to 1 minute or more. The more attractive it is, the more viewers or customers it attracts. The internet is also becoming a big medium of advertisement. People also give advertisements on the websites to promote their products. Advertising on the internet is much cheaper, and millions of people are able to view the advertisement as well. Keeping in view the product and the budget, we can choose any of these modes to advertise the business. Types of advertising. There are various types of advertising, like print advertising. Newspapers, magazines, brochures and flyers are examples of print advertising. The print media has always been a popular advertising platform. Advertising products via newspapers or magazines is a common practice. In addition to this, the print media also offers options like promotional brochures and flyers for advertising purposes. Often, the newspapers and the magazines sell the advertising space according to the area occupied by the advertisement, the position of the advertisement, front page or middle page, as well as the readership of the publications. For instance, an advertisement in a relatively new and less popular paper would cost far less than placing an advertisement in a popular newspaper with a high readership. The price of print ads also depends on the supplement in which they appear. For example, an advertisement in the glossy supplement costs much higher than in the newspaper supplement, which uses a mediocre quality paper. Outdoor advertising. Billboards, kiosks, trade shows and events are examples of outdoor advertising. Outdoor advertising is also a very popular form of advertising, which makes use of several tools and techniques to attract the customers. The billboard advertising, which is very popular, has to be really concise and catchy in order to grab the attention of the passerby. The kiosks not only provide an easy outlet for the company products, but also make for an effective advertising tool to promote the company's products. Organizing several events or sponsoring them makes for an excellent advertising opportunity. The company can organize trade fairs or even exhibitions for advertising their products. If not this, the company can organize several events that are closely associated with their field. For instance, a company that manufactures sports utilities can sponsor a sports tournament to advertise its products. Broadcast advertising. Television, radio, and internet are examples of broadcast advertising. Broadcast advertising is a very popular advertising medium that constitutes several branches like television, radio, or the internet. Television advertisements have been made very popular ever since they had been introduced. The cost of television advertising often depends on the duration of the advertisement, the time of the broadcast, prime time or peak time, and of course, the popularity of the television channel on which the advertisement is going to be broadcast. The radio might have lost its charm owing to the new age media. However, the radio remains to be the choice of small-scale advertisers. The radio jingles have been a very popular advertising media and have a large impact on the audience, which is evident in the fact that many people still remember and enjoy the popular radio jingles. Covert advertising. Advertising in movies. Covert advertising is a unique kind of advertising in which a product or a particular brand is incorporated in some entertainment and media channels like movies, television shows, or even sports. There is no commercial in the entertainment show, but the brand or the product is subtly or sometimes evidently showcased in the show. Surrogate advertising. Advertising indirectly. Surrogate advertising is prominently seen in cases where advertising a particular product is banned by law. Advertisement for products like cigarettes or alcohol, which are injurious to health, are prohibited by law in several countries, and hence these companies have to come up with several other products that might have the same brand name and indirectly remind people of the cigarettes or beer bottles of the same brand. Common examples include Foster's and Kingfisher brands, which are often seen promoting their products with the help of surrogate advertising. Public service advertising. Advertising for social causes. Public service advertising is a technique that makes use of advertising as an effective communication medium to convey socially relevant messages about important matters and social welfare causes like AIDS, energy conservation, political integrity, deforestation, illiteracy, poverty, and so on. David Ogilvy, who is considered to be one of the pioneers of advertising and marketing concepts, had reportedly encouraged the use of advertising field for a social cause. Ogilvy once said, "Advertising justifies its existence when used in the public interest. It is much too powerful a tool to use solely for commercial purposes." Today, public service advertising has been increasingly used in non-commercial fashion in several countries across the world in order to promote various social causes. In the USA, the radio and television stations are given grants on the basis of a fixed amount of public service advertisements aired by the channel. Basic rules for advertisement. For every advertisement, there are certain basic rules which must be kept in mind and abided by. Advertising should be so designed as to conform to the laws of the country. It should not go against morality, decency, and religious susceptibilities of the people. It should not contain derogatory references to another product or service. In case of commercial advertisement, the information to consumers on matters of weight, quality, or price of products should be correct.